Hi there, Brian Fitzgerald here with O'Rourke Hospitality Marketing. I want to talk about Metasearch in a little bit more detail here today and talk specifically about channel selection and trying to figure out which channel should be part of your strategy as you embark on a Metasearch campaign. So the first one that you're absolutely going to consider is Google. Google has their hotel ads product. This has about 55+% market share. They have grown that considerably over the last several years. This is undoubtedly going to be part of your strategy and part of your consideration, both if your focus is in North America or if your focus is in other countries. The second site that you should consider and very likely will consider is TripAdvisor. So TripAdvisor has around 22% market share. They have lost market share to Google over the last several years, but they're still the number 2 player in the space, and certainly a site that you're going to consider. Again, a pretty wide footprint from a geographic standpoint, from a country standpoint. So certainly something that should be on your consideration. After these two, the considerations get a lot more specific. So we look at something like Trivago, very strong marketing campaigns here in the U.S., about 19% market share, and a very strong reputation in Europe. So if Europe is a destination or a geography that you're trying to target and get European travelers to come to you, Trivago may very well be something that you should consider being part of your strategy. There are a handful of other sites to maybe think about as well. So Kayak and Hotels combined are part of Booking and Priceline, and they don't have a large market share, but because they're part of that Booking Priceline ecosystem, they certainly do get a lot of visibility. And again, might be something that you want to consider, or at least look at what their geographic targeting is, what their international reach is, things of that nature. SkyScanner is maybe not a site that everyone has heard of. They've got a very, very large following, particularly from the millennial generation. So as these folks grow up in their careers and get more and more disposable income, this has been a site that they have used much more. And again, might be, depending on your hotel type and market and rate category, might be something that you want to look at as part of your overall strategy. And then lastly is Wego. Wego has a very strong footprint in Asia. They're based out of Singapore. And so again, if you're a destination that is targeting those countries in the Asia Pacific, Wego might be something to think about as part of your channel selection. Lastly, just two other considerations. Whether you're a single property or a portfolio, there's going to be different considerations. If you're a single property, you might have to be a little bit more selective in the channels that you opt to choose. If you're a portfolio, you might have more of a branding and awareness consideration. If you're trying to spread awareness of your brand or get the brand name out there more, you may want to go a little bit more broader on the channel selection. And then lastly is overall budget. Certainly your budget is going to dictate which of those channels and how many of those channels you can potentially participate in. But what's great about Metasearch, like a lot of other digital marketing channels, is you can test it. You can try different channels, spend some dollars, and see what works. So as you embark on figuring out your Metasearch strategy and figuring out what channels make the most sense for you, get in touch if we can help with that in any way. And thanks for watching.